everyone. Welcome to our room. Welcome to a room. It's Dolphins Daily on a fantastic Friday. As always, I'm going to be joined by Justin of Digging in the Trenches, and we're all things Fins. Make sure you check out dolphinthirsty.com for all things Fins as well. And Mr. Justin, we're about to bring you into the picture here. I'm messing with some of my new banners. So there you go.
Yes, sir.
How are you, Justin?
Oh, I'm doing great, man. Doing good. How about yourself? Wake up.
Pretty
It's
good.
a fantastic Friday.
Yeah.
Ready to go out there and get that bag, and everybody get on your game and stay excited. Good things are coming. Good things are coming.
Yeah. This weekend, nothing's coming for the Dolphins other than we're going to be sitting there watching other teams play once again on championship weekend, but that's fine.
That's true.
We will touch on those games real quick. As I told you backstage, I got to be out of here by 10:30 today, So we're going to keep things kind of short. Nothing new on the defensive coordinated front other than the same names that we said. We saw that Vic Fangio, Sean Desai. I heard some people say Desai, some people say Desai. Who knows? But I would change it all around. I got to be right eventually.
Right, Desai.
And Chris Richard, and here's Chris Richard. Banner up for you guys. A little background on him. So these are the names that we've seen linked to the Dolphins that we've talked about endless this week. So there's really nothing new. There's no confirmations. There's a fan favorite that everyone wants, Fangio. And here, this one I've heard they have not completed this interview, but they do want to do him. So that's why I don't think you're not going to see any announcements of a deal done until they, interview everyone they said they're going to interview, just to keep it professional, because it looks bad on the team if they say we're going to interview you. Oh, well, sorry, we got this guy already before we gave you a chance, especially on the guy that's in staff. You don't want to, it's already on the staff. You don't want to screw over like that. So I'm sure he's going to get his interview. Now, I'm not saying they're going to hire him, but I think he will get a fair shot at an interview. So,
yeah, I think they'll do their due diligence for the in-house interview right there, like you just talked about. Like they'll sit down and talk with Anthony Chappell. Pick his brain, see where he's at in his career about the defensive coordinator spot. That's doing their due diligence. They're going to turn over every rock they possibly can. I don't know. I can't contain myself. I've already heard that the deal is already done. I know you said you don't want to talk about it until one of the Scheffners or one of the highly reported guys that we all trust reports it. But I've already heard the deal's done. We're just waiting for the Eagles to be eliminated from the playoffs, and then, or if they even are eliminated, that would be, and then we would have the ink to paper for Vic Fangio. I heard it's a done deal, but again, I'm sure everybody's heard that. It's just here.
It's all over Twitter. But like I say, until an Adam Schefter or
I agree,
Barry Jackson and Ian Rappaport,
my dog Aaron Wilson reports it, one of those guys, then you can really take it and run with it. I don't know. I'm excited as hell, honestly, because I know with if you get some Vic, you could get some you're going to get some linebacker turnover for sure. So I know we'll get new linebackers. So
Tim Greer.
Good morning.
But he's a liability. Injury rise, I will agree. Skyler is not our future. I would kind of agree with you there, but we need to draft. Well, he doesn't come out till next year, so it's not going to happen this year, but I get what you're saying. And we're all tired of not being in a championship. Believe me, I'd much rather be talking about the Dolphins being in an AFC championship game this week than about who we're going to hire as defensive coordinator. Believe me. But it is what it is. We are where we are right now, and where we are is looking for a new defensive coordinator, and we are going to run back the table one more time with Tua. So that's where we stand on that, and I think you would agree, Justin.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're really not in any position to where you can just go out there and grab a quarterback that's on the market or that's available maybe via trade, because you don't have trade assets. You're a little bit handcuffed in what you can really do. I don't think you're going to immediately go pick up Tua's fifth-year option or anything like that. I don't think that's the
I don't think so
immediate future. Yeah, I don't.
And you can keep on talking. I'm going to play the song because he's a first-time
commenter.
Oh, yeah,
go ahead.
Keep on talking. This is for you. You're a first-time commenter.
Miami has the Dolphins.
But
And
like I
this is
say,
you.
who knows? You know, I doubt you'll see a contract come.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. I don't think at this point he hasn't shown enough to
Miami
warrant.
Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
And that's for you, Tim, being a first-time commenter. Thank you. Thumbs up. So, but with that said, I mean, Tua Stu is going to be given the fair. He's going to be given one more year. He's going to be given this year. And if he balls out, then the Dolphins are going to give him the bag. That's terminology you like for money. So they're going to give him the bag.
Yeah.
And then if not, they'll be looking at, once again, the Dolphins will be out on the market looking for the next, either if it's draft or signing some guy that comes available next year via trade or whatever. So, but Tua is going to be given this year because he showed enough when healthy this year, working in tandem with McDaniel, that he can be efficient. So that probably hooked them in enough to say, and they know they don't have a draft pick to use on the quarterback, and they don't have draft picks to trade for a quarterback that might become available. So they're basically tied to Tua at this point. You may bring in a competent backup that can maybe step up better than the backups we've had, better than Jacoby Brissett, and better than Teddy Bridgewater. I mean, both of those were big names, and those are the names that people wanted to be the backups. It just weren't good fits in the systems that they came in. Bridgewater definitely didn't seem comfortable, and it's like you got to bring someone that's like kind of complementary to Tua. If Tua goes down, you can bring in the same guy that kind of runs, that knows to run the same kind of offense, so you don't have to change the whole lingo. You don't have to change all the different ways you do things up. Just bring in someone that can do what Tua, those quick throws, and that's what I think. I don't know.
No, I
mean,
Bill
I
as
agree
with you.
I know you kind of like Pat White. I know you like Gardner Minshew.
Oh, Mike White.
Yeah, Mike White. Sorry. Yeah, Pat.
I was like, Pat White. Yeah, Pat White almost got killed on the sideline.
Yeah. Mike White. Sorry. My old Dolphin fan went back to Pat White. Mike White, as you know, he's a Pembroke Pines kid where I live. But Mike White, and then there's Heineke,
Gardner Minshew,
Minshew, and some of those names out there.
There's some quarterbacks that are lingering. Like if I had to literally, you're right. We talked about this kind of a little bit yesterday. I'm a big Tua Tagovailoa fan, but if I had to put on my GM hat real quick and be like, listen, this is for the Miami Dolphins, this is for the team, I would actually bring in another quarterback as well, not just Tua and Skyler. I would bring in another quarterback, maybe even two. I'd bring in another quarterback to create a quarterback competition. Like I wanted to poach the Jacob Eason kid off the 49ers practice squad during the season for this same reason, to bring him in, give him a 2-year deal, let him come and try to battle either Skylar Thompson or Tua for a quarterback spot.
You really like that young guy. You talk about
I do.
Him every
I
so
talk
often,
about him a lot.
Bring his name up a lot, man.
Because it could be a kid that could be the next guy, and no one even sees it coming yet. And we don't know what he's doing in practice. No one does really, unless you're part of the 49ers and you see him practice. But I know what he can do. That's why I'm talking about him, because I know he's a big quarterback, 6'4", 6'5", 235 pounds with a rocket arm. He played for Washington. He can make every throw that's on the football field. He does have a little bit of problems with his mobility. He's not the most mobile guy. He's a pocket passer, traditional. But he can make the throws. He can make the reads. He's pretty good. I think if you put out in the right situation, look, he's in one now with the 49ers, and they had to use him. I bet you'd notice no difference in the offense the way it runs right now with Purdy in there, with this kid in there, because of the way the system is set. I'm not trying to get long-winded, but let me carry on just a little bit here to show you. Tua's first year with Mike McDaniel, first year in this offense, no excuses. He should have played a little bit better. But it's the first year. The running backs were not as good as it was to the end of the season as it was in the beginning of the season. The beginning of the season was terrible. We had Edmonds. He wasn't hitting the hole. He wasn't a real good fit here out of the backfield. He was dropping passes. So we brought in Jeff Wilson. The running game got a little bit better. The Jets game with Mostert, all those angry runs he had, I was loving it. You started to get a little bit of what I thought we would have in the beginning of the season. Just took a little while to get turning. That does got a lot to do with what you got playing at tight end. I'm going to keep reverting back to this because it's part of the McDaniels offense that he's trying to run. The tight ends are so heavily involved in the blocking scheme. You got Gesicki out there standing straight up like a cardboard box trying to block people at 6'6", dude, and he'll run right through the dude like he is cardboard. Durham Smythe gave you a chance to have some blocking tight end help down there. Hunter Long hasn't come along yet. It's a very hard position to learn coming out of college, to get thrown in to just learn tight end. Did Travis Kelce just jump right in there and take off? No. It took some time. It took like 3 or 4 years to learn the ins and outs of the tight end position. Like Hunter Long, I've seen he has the talent to do it, but he's just not putting it all together. And when I mean like he's got the talent to do it, I mean like he knows the nuances of like holding the block just a little longer and then releasing off the line of scrimmage. The difference between running in front of a linebacker or the difference between getting behind him and what type of zone coverage that they're playing. He knows those kind of things because I've seen him do it at Boston College. So he just needs to apply himself better, more film study. Same with the kid, Tanner Connor. And you need to improve the tight end position, improve the running back position, and the wide receivers blocking downfield. That's huge in Mike McDaniel's offense. He says it springs every big run as the receivers doing their job downfield blocking. So I want more running involved in the offense. Like last year, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but we were a little bit pass heavy. We were more like a 60-40. Yeah.
And we were really pass heavy.
I'd like to see a little bit more balance involved right there, because then you can, when you need to be more physical, then you can be physical and lean on football teams. Then when you want to be like, hey, I want a big play right here, go to Tyreek, go to Jalen. Another weapon we didn't use, and everybody will say, oh, well, they misused him, would be Mike Gesicki. Yeah, they didn't put him in favorable positions, but when he did get chances, oh, man, I'll bring up that one right down the seam, dude. Looked right back at him, went right through his hands.
I know. It got
right
tipped,
through his
though.
hands.
I think it did.
I don't care. Like, come on, bro. Get your hands on the football and catch it. How many did he drop? I mean,
I know.
Go back and look at his numbers.
But like you say, tight end, not for Gesicki. He's been in the league lately.
I don't consider him a tight end. I really don't, bro. I consider him a glorified
wide receiver. The funny thing is,
receiver.
when you started talking about tight ends, I automatically, saying, oh, it takes time. Automatically thought of that kid in Atlanta. Everyone had him as the next coming of the greatest thing.
Oh, you're talking about Kyle Pitts. Bro,
yeah.
I'm a big Kyle Pitts fan, and I'll be honest with you, I'm still sold on the kid. He's going in for surgery now, so he's going to be coming back and trying to recuperate an injury. But dude, somebody like that, if you put him in the favorable positions for what he's good at, you actually will have yourself a weapon for a long time. And Kyle Pitts, everybody's like, he can't block either. He can block better than Mike Gesicki can. He can at least get in the way and actually have technique with his knees bent. And,
I know, because I know when he came out in the draft, it's the same year Waddle came out, and everyone was like, oh, I want Pitts. But then the Dolphins traded down and basically blew their chance of ever getting him. But I know when the draft leading up to the draft before them, we traded down, everyone was saying, oh, we want Pitts, or Chase. It was Pates, and
I was one of them, dude. I was the one like, I'll take Pitts. Don't trade down. I would have definitely taken Pitts. I would have taken Chase. I would have taken either or and not complained about either or.
Right.
No, not at all. Like, there's a lot of people who didn't really believe in Jamar Chase. They thought he was just a regular guy, just a jag, another player. But to me, I saw something a little bit more there that was like the yards after the catch mean a lot. Somebody like that gives you yards after the catch. He's really hard to bring down in the open field. You need guys like
Chase
that.
a lot, and I liked Waddle too. Don't get me wrong; I was happy with Waddle too. But yeah, Chase would probably be even a better fit than Waddle is in ours, because you got Tyreek and Waddle are almost two of the same type receiver. So if you had a big body receiver like a Chase that can still run and whatever, but yeah, I'm not going to complain. Waddle was a great selection, and they make a good team. But yeah, if you wanted that good combination of like one really big receiver and another really shorter, faster receiver, it'd be a good combination. But that's one here and there. How are you going to complain about Waddle? That's one of our better picks.
Yeah, I hear you. What you're saying, like the fit though, like a bigger receiver, and we already like they do match. It's crazy that you say that, because like the beginning of the season, right when we made the Tyreek Hill trade, like I almost wrecked my car after me. No way. Yeah. But it's crazy because I thought about the offense and the way what we had on the roster. I knew what we had. And my first thing that hit my head, I'm not even gonna lie, because I knew we had Waddle, I knew we had Hill, and I'm like, oh wow, it's gonna make the defense have to really concentrate and like play a bracket on either one or the other. Right. And guess what that does? It did the same. What it did all year long for us. Opened up the middle of the field, was wide open. You could have picked it apart, sat there and like shooting fish in a barrel, and you could have did it. But guess what? Mike Gesicki was the person that came to my mind. I was like, oh, he'll have a huge season. He'll eat defenses alive, and it did.
For whatever reason, it didn't work out. I think McDaniel really focuses on a blocking tight end.
Yes.
And that's just what he wants. And if they happen to catch the ball too, fine. But their main thing is he wants them to be able to block.
Yep.
They're on the edge so they can run all their schemes running the football. And none of them really tight ends because, like you said, Smite was okay, but he's not that dominant guy you want for that. So, he's good. He's the best we have. Let's just put it that way. So he does. But he probably really wants a Moeller, someone that can just create, holes for our running backs. And
man, I agree.
Like Kittle just happens to be a beast out there, and he can do it all. And
he can, and like the magic with Kittle. I mean, you could disagree or agree with me, but I think the magic with Kittle is after the ball gets into his hands. Like he creates yak after the ball gets into his hands. He's a monster, hard guy to bring down. He's smaller than Mike Gesicki. Like when Mike Gesicki came out,
Gesicki back up.
I'm gonna keep. Well, because you didn't perform for me, bro, and like everybody was saying how good you are, and I disagree. You're a one-trick pony. I don't think you'll even be good anywhere else you go, unless you go to San Francisco or like Green Bay or something, play with Aaron Rodgers. Other than that, I don't believe in you. I'm sorry.
Because Aaron Rodgers may very much end up in New York. But that's a story for.
I've been hearing all about it. Everybody's like the Jets are thinking that they're going to get Rodgers now because I understand he's they hired Nathaniel Hackett to go to be a different position coach over there. I understand he's not going to be the offensive coordinator from what I'm hearing. But it's funny because it's like, damn, I don't understand what you're going to get out of Nathaniel Hackett. Like the dude came here to Denver and like after like the fourth or fifth game, I was like, dude, this guy's not it. This is not going to work.
But some people are good coordinators and not good head coaches. So
it's true. It's true. Maybe he can have a renaissance. I think he's like some sort of offensive assistant. Obviously, I'm not sure for what.
So that was Adam Gase's biggest mistake. And I say mistake because he's still making millions from the Jets. So as we're sitting here just talking for fun, he's making millions. But
some guys talk for money.
His biggest mistake was taking another head coaching job right away. He should have just taken a coordinator job, learned from it, and whatever. But he went from this head coach failure right into another hot, sucky team and failed right away. So it's just like sometimes I think Hackett did it right. Now he's no longer the pressure of the head coach. Yes, fans go after offensive coordinators, as we know as Dolphin fans, and defensive coordinators, as we know as Dolphin fans, but not as much as the head coach. He has a little buffer now when it comes to hate, because if the Jets suck next year, it's all going to fall on Soleil.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. Let me go right back to kind of what we're talking about real quick before I lose my train of thought.
We're already halfway through the show.
I was like, we're already halfway through the show. So before I lose my train of thought, seriously, because a lot of people are on my Twitter like, bro, they'll see like one of my mock drafts and like, what about the offensive line? What are you, retarded? Not knowing that I'm like, no, my name's Digging in the Trenches. Of course I care about the trenches. Anybody knows me, they know I've been pounding the offensive line for the last 5 years, 10 years, maybe even. I'm all about the O-line. But then again, have we hit on any of our early O-line picks? No. That's why I want a veteran offensive lineman, and this is why I wanted to reiterate, veteran tight end. I love the tight ends coming out of this year's draft class. I love them. There's like 4 or 5 of them I'm be happy with. But we can't take tight end. We have tight end already on the team that's already on the books. Durham Smythe, Hunter Long, Tanner Connor. I don't think they're going any more deeper unless it's with a mid to late round pick. And I want it to be a veteran. All you need is like a Max Williams or the kid for a blocking tight end. All we need is a simple blocking tight end down here. That's it. Like the Darnell Washington kid out of Georgia would be great because he's a blocking tight end, but I don't want to put high draft stock assets into that stuff because, I saw your
mock draft you sent out on Twitter to the Twitter world. But yeah, that was solid. I know the one you went 2 linebackers and 2 running backs, I believe.
Yeah, I doubled down on both of them, and then and the last pick, I'll be honest with you, I took Josh Wiley out of Cincinnati, the tight end. That could have been a cornerback or an offensive lineman or anything right there. But I went with the highest rated SRS score I had on my scouting board. I went with my scouting board the way I like to do it. That's what I would have picked if I had my hat on. Was like, if I was getting paid for it, that would have been my pick. I'm sorry, because I go with my score. I go with what I see, not with the perennial number one. Because what you guys think is the perennial number one, like everybody loves Will Anderson. Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. He's not even in my top 5. Okay, he's not in my top 5 on my edges, and I'm not gonna put him in there no matter what somebody says to me. I see what I see, and when I go to a scouting score, that's what I get. Like there'll be somebody who loves this tackle or something, and I'll go look at him and I'll be like, I don't
Well,
understand
I
what you
like you
see.
being
Like
different, man. That's going to
there's,
create good stuff when I start putting it on my site. People are come tell me.
oh yeah,
That's what I want. I want those people to come tell me you're crazy and whatever. So
I
that's
like
good.
it. Like, cause then at the end of the year, and then like 2-3 years from now, you can go back like, was he really crazy though? This dude's putting up big
Right now,
numbers.
I know that's it. We won't know for years either. You're wrong or
Nope.
they're right or you're wrong. Doesn't matter. We only know a few years down the line.
I'm not the type of
So
dude who's going to take victory laps either and like throw myself a bunch of flowers. If I hit on a guy, cool. I do that all the time. I'm going to score again. So I'll walk up and hand you the ball and I'll be back again. You know what I'm saying? Like I always hit on
you've
players.
always
So.
done a good draft stuff. I give you that. So you like your draft stuff. I mean, though you do it for free, you're crazy, but
Yeah.
you do a lot of scouting.
I know.
We're going
dude,
to
I
get
am
your
doing
draft
that.
report out there this year and give it some attention. So
Yeah, we're
you'll
going to get
build
it
on
going,
it in
man.
the future
I'm
for
excited.
sure. So anyway, guys, this is a shorter version today. We're almost at the end. Subscribe, hit that like button for us.
Hit that button.
We're not so new anymore, but we're still new. We're only a few weeks into this fun stuff. So
Having a blast.
Thank you for joining as always. And then, like I said, do that like and subscribe. Justin's a great follow on Twitter. Make sure you get him at TPF Scout on Twitter. He has lots of great draft stuff almost every day. He has some of his cards he lists out there and gives you some prospects. And anyway, we still got a couple more minutes. So anything else you want to touch on?
Oh man, yeah. Honestly, there's a bunch of stuff. No, but I will give us a quick little plug. Dolphins Thirsty Network. We got a new show gonna be coming to you live tomorrow at I think what was it noon Eastern time, 12 Eastern time. Yep.
Have it set for noon.
That's right. with me and Dr. Reggie Brown, my co-host, and my other boy, Gino, the notorious JP on sports, will be with us. We're going to talk sports all the time. We're going to get a little crazy, go over everything that happened during the weeks, and to obviously talk Dolphins football because that's all 3 of our teams is Dolphins. So we're definitely going to talk Dolphins and draft, and we're going to kick off a new show. So check out the episode that's
going to be
off.
good. I'm just going to be producing that show from the background, so you guys won't see me. But those are good guys, especially if Gino is there. So you got Gino confirmed?
Yeah, Gino's confirmed. He's excited.
Yeah, he's
We're
a great
excited.
guy. Of course, Dr. Reginald Brown. I know, but I don't want to ask if he's confirmed because he's Mr. Reliable. I know he'll be there.
He's awesome, man.
But yeah, you got Gino and him. Those guys are great entertainment.
It's great
Dolphins,
stuff.
But you guys will talk Dolphins. You will talk hockey. You will talk basketball. You will talk baseball. Whatever anyone
it's going to be sweet.
Anything that anyone wants to talk about. To where I'm more of just a Dolphins guy and a baseball guy. And that's it. You guys know, like when Gino started talking about hockey the other day, I'm like, oh my God, I don't know any of these names. I just stay quiet. I can even name one hockey player if he knocked on my door right now. And
right. So, and their names are really hard to like pronounce.
Yeah, and they're hard to pronounce on top of it. I screw up Desai or Desai's name, so you can imagine a hockey guy's name.
Dude, wait till some of these draft names come out, man.
I know. I saw one of your guys, that Oki, whatever it was, or whatever. I'm
Okorohu.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not even going to try that. I will write it, but I'm not going to say it.
So. I'll try the other one, the Olusegun Otulawimi. That one's really hard, dude. Yeah, there's some other ones in there too that are tongue twisters, man. Like at first, I had my boy. Shout out to my boy as well, who's gonna make his dreams come true. Ish Flash, if you want to follow him, it goes by Ish Flash on Twitter. His name is Ishmael Abdul Kwawi. That one for a while threw me for a loop, but Ish is gonna make his dreams happen, man. I'm telling you, I got a really good feeling about him. If you remember him, he was on the show we had, the Digging in the Trenches episode where we had him live. I'm really feeling good about this guy's prospects of getting drafted, and I just hope it's to the aqua and orange. We could get ourselves a real good gunner and a return specialist, someone like that. Maybe even like a late round steal, like with that last pick. I wouldn't put it past us. I would love that. So I'm pulling for the young man. You know what I mean?
Hey, it sounds great. And then, like I said, it's really at the time because I got to do a drive to go where I'm going. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's going to be fun. Make sure you guys join in next Monday, 10 a.m. Join in tomorrow for every sport you can possibly imagine. They will talk about, and all the big sports, and it's fun. Some really great hosts, and I'm looking forward to seeing your guys' show tomorrow, Justin.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'll get with you on the back end so you can set it up without me even maybe being there. So
awesome.
That'd be perfect. All right, guys. Justin, as always, it's been fun. This was a short show, but hey, it's still
life
all good.
comes, man. Business has to happen first.
Yeah, no, this is a necessary thing I got to go do, unfortunately.
Yes, sir.
So it's all good though. Life is great.
That's
you guys are great. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you tomorrow on the network and Monday morning. Later, guys.
Fins up, guys.
First kick, I snap into action. When I'm digging in the trenches, get dominated off the line of scrimmage. Read and react quick to make an early diagnosis. Hit you with